Going once, going twice. Sold.
Now owner bankruptcy is one that we can talk about here for a minute, but it's not really as big of a risk as you might think, because property taxes are never included in bankruptcies or written off. At least we've never seen a case where property taxes were somehow written off in a bankruptcy. They're always going to be accounted for and will need to be paid back, at least at a bare minimum, the debt itself paid back, if not with interest.
Yeah, in fact, this isn't something you can research beforehand. It's something that we put on here because we get questions a lot about it. In fact, I'm sure that there's some out there, but I'm the only one that I know that's ever received a bankruptcy on a tax lien. And in that case, what happened and what's going to happen in 99% of the cases is you're always going to get paid back. You may get just it all paid at once, but if the person has to make payments, that's occasionally will happen. So you'll have bankruptcies that you won't even know there was a bankruptcy involved on the tax lien, because you're just going to get your check and you just think it redeemed. But actually, what happened is a bankruptcy happened, and that's going to be the first thing that needs to get paid. So if it's a bankruptcy where they have to do payments, then you're going to get payments, and that's what happened in my case. So I just got they actually kind of vary depending on the month, but over a period of 6 months, I got between $100 to $300 checks until the tax lien was paid off in full, because they went through a bankruptcy. So you're not going to lose your money. They don't happen. They're very, very rare where you'll actually have to get paid on a payment plan. But if it does happen, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Worst case scenario is, they drag out you getting your money for a few months, which you were kind of already planning on with the tax lien anyway. That's basically the worst case. Worst case is maybe you don't earn as much interest on it. They may stop the interest when the foreclosure is filed. So that's not really one of those things that you can check for. And if it happens, it happens. There's not really any point in trying to do a lot of research to avoid it, just because it's very unpredictable.